Well, it's official. Former Connecticut Sun head coach Stephanie White has a new home in Indiana. The Indiana Fever announced that she'll be their next head coach.
Former Hawkeye Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever have a new coach. Stephanie White is coming back to the Fever. She was most recently the head coach of the Connecticut Sun.
News reporting by ESPN about Stephanie White hiring as a new head coach of Indiana Fever, as she is cutting ties with Connecticut Suns for the coming season. The news leaves the fans in a frenzy, as Stephanie White is not just another name for head coach of Indiana Fever, but she is a well-known name in women's basketball. She worked as an assistant coach for Connecticut Suns and was also a standout performer at Purdue. The talented star was considering being the new head coach for Indiana Fever.
For the first time, we are hearing from the Indiana Fever's new head coach.
Yes, Stephanie White is here. She's coming to Indy after last coaching the Connecticut Sun.
And as expected, she has won the title. But shockingly, Stephanie White made a sizzling announcement with rising star Caitlin Strong, which thrilled the entire basketball community.
New Fever head coach Stephanie White returns to Indiana with one of the most legendary basketball resumes in the history of the sport.
Standing at a hardwood of the historic Gainbridge Fieldhouse, both announced their move, which will probably reshape the future of WNBA. Stephanie White's return to the WNBA as head coach of the Indiana Fever marks the start of an exciting new chapter in her career. A familiar face in the league, White brings with her a wealth of experience, leadership, and a clear vision for revitalizing the Fever's roster. "I'm beyond excited to come back to Indiana, where I have such a deep connection to the state and its passionate basketball community," White said in a statement. Her decision to take on this challenge was deeply personal, rooted in her love for the game and her desire to give back to a franchise with a rich history, but in need of a fresh direction. White's journey in the WNBA has been a testament to her resilience and coaching prowess.
So the Stephanie White era is off to a great start, but she'd tell you this winning culture existed well before her arrival.
Before taking on the role of head coach for Indiana, she had an immensely successful stint with the Connecticut Sun. When she first joined the Sun in 2023, the team was coming off a disappointing 2022 season. But White's impact was immediate. She brought a new sense of purpose and strategy to the team, helping them overcome setbacks and turn their fortunes around. Under her guidance, the Sun bounced back from early season losses to become one of the most formidable teams in the league. Stephanie White's coaching style is defined by a focus on discipline, adaptability, and team cohesion. She was never one to shy away from tough decisions, and her players respected her for that. Her ability to motivate and develop talent shone through as the Sun embraced her philosophy of toughness, togetherness, and trust. She emphasized strong defense, smart ball movement, and a balanced offense, all the elements that helped propel Connecticut into the upper echelons of the WNBA standings. The turnaround was remarkable. What seemed like a slow start to the season turned into a historic run. White helped the Suns set new team records, including a franchise-best win streak and a significant leap in both offensive and defensive efficiency. The team's resilience and commitment to improvement were a direct reflection of her coaching. One of her standout moves was developing the younger players, making sure they had a clear role while also building a sense of ownership within the team.
And for head coach Stephanie White, this is the first time she's had an opportunity to see her team take the court.
White's approach was collaborative, always finding ways to bring out the best in each player. The pinnacle of White's successful 2023 campaign came when she was named WNBA Coach of the Year. The honor was a testament to her strategic brilliance and the culture she cultivated in Connecticut. White's ability to take a team that had faced adversity and turn it into a powerhouse was nothing short of remarkable. She guided the Sun to the top of the league, and her emphasis on growth, both individually and as a team, was a key factor in their success. "I'm incredibly humbled and honored to be recognized as Coach of the Year," White said after receiving the award. "This award reflects the hard work of my players and the incredible support from my coaching staff. We built something special in Connecticut, and I'm proud of what we accomplished together." White's success with the Sun didn't just stop at individual accolades. Her influence on the team's record-breaking season was profound. Under her leadership, the Sun achieved milestones such as the highest team scoring average in franchise history, and they made a deep playoff run, which solidified White as one of the brightest coaching minds in the league. Her leadership turned the Sun into a model of consistency and excellence. As White takes the helm of the Indiana Fever, the challenge ahead will be different, but her approach will be similar. She is committed to transforming a team that has struggled in recent years into a contender. Her experiences with the Connecticut Sun have prepared her for this moment. She knows that building a winning team takes time, but she's confident that with the right mindset and work ethic, the Fever can rise to prominence once again. "I'm here to build something that will last," White shared during her introductory press conference with Indiana. "It's not just about winning games, it's about creating a culture, developing players, and making the Fever a team that fans can be proud of year after year." Stephanie White's story is a powerful reminder of the impact one coach can have on a team.
Stephanie White has an impressive resume, named NCAA Player of the Year as she helped lead Purdue to the NCAA title in 1999.
From her standout season with the Connecticut Sun to her new role with the Indiana Fever, White's commitment to excellence, her ability to inspire, and her deep knowledge of the game make her a force in the WNBA. As she begins this new chapter, her vision for the Fever is clear. Build a team that competes with heart, resilience, and a shared sense of purpose. Fans of Indiana are excited for what the future holds under her leadership, and White is just as eager to see the potential of her new team unfold. Stephanie White had just led the Connecticut Sun to one of their most successful seasons, when an unexpected yet brilliant opportunity came knocking, one that would bring her back to where it all began. The Indiana Fever, the team that had always been close to her heart, offered her the chance to return home as their head coach. It was a once-in-a-lifetime moment, a chance to bring the national trophy back to Indiana and to build something special. During a packed press conference filled with eager reporters and hopeful fans, White stepped up to the podium. The room buzzed with excitement, everyone waiting for her to speak. As she looked out at the crowd, her voice trembled slightly with emotion. "This is more than just a job for me," White began, her words carrying the weight of years of connection to Indiana. "Indiana is home. The Fever has always been part of my heart, and I'm honored to have the chance to return and lead this team to greatness." The room was filled with applause as fans showed their excitement. You could feel the deep bond between White and the Fever's supporters, a bond built over years of shared memories. White continued, her voice growing steadier but still full of emotion. "I've seen what this team is capable of, and I believe we can bring a championship back to Indiana. I'm ready for the challenge." One name in particular stood out as White spoke about the team's future: Caitlin Clark, the superstar who had captured the nation's attention. "With players like Caitlin, we can do amazing things," White said with a proud smile. "She has the kind of talent that can elevate this team, and together, we'll work hard to bring the Fever back to the top." As White finished speaking, the room erupted in cheers. Fans knew that this was just the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with hope, passion, and the promise of a championship. White's return to Indiana wasn't just about coaching, it was about bringing the glory back to a team she loved so much. The journey to the top was just starting. Caitlin Clark's rookie season with the Indiana Fever has been nothing short of extraordinary. From the moment she stepped onto the court, it was clear that she was a player destined to make an impact.
I idolized WNBA players growing up, and now that I'm here in this moment and I get to do the same exact thing, like, how lucky am I?
Her scoring ability, sharp shooting, and poise under pressure made her a standout, earning her attention across the league. Night after night, Clark showcased her incredible range, knocking down three-pointers with ease and demonstrating an uncanny ability to control the pace of the game. It didn't take long for fans and analysts alike to label her as one of the brightest young stars in the WNBA. In one of her interviews, Clark reflected on her rookie journey, expressing deep gratitude for the support she's received along the way. "I feel so lucky to have a mentor like Coach White who truly believes in me and pushes me to be the best version of myself," Clark said, her voice full of appreciation. "She's been amazing. She's taught me not just about basketball, but about leadership, hard work, and how to carry myself on and off the court. I'm lucky to have her in my corner." As she spoke, the atmosphere around her was filled with the energy of young players hungry to learn and the quiet respect of veterans who recognized her rising potential. The surrounding buzz of practice courts, the echoes of basketballs bouncing, and the sounds of teammates chatting in the background reflected the camaraderie that has been built within the team. Caitlin smiled as she added, "Now it's my turn to give back. Everything Coach White has given me, I want to pass it on to the next generation. I want to be that leader for my teammates and for the Fever fans. It's time for me to show what I can do and help take this team to the next level." Meanwhile, at a press event in the Fever's home arena, Stephanie White was in the middle of answering questions from reporters. The atmosphere was electric, the room filled with the buzz of media personnel and eager fans. White, standing tall and confident, addressed the packed room with a warmth that conveyed both her excitement and deep connection to the franchise. "It's just incredible to be back home," White began, her voice steady and filled with emotion. "Indiana Fever is in my DNA. This is where my journey began, and it's where I want to continue to build something special. Coming back to coach this team feels like a full circle moment, and I couldn't be more excited to get to work." White took a moment to reflect on her relationship with her players, specifically Caitlin Clark, whose talent she couldn't praise enough. "Caitlin is a generational player. There's no doubt about it," White said, a sense of pride in her voice. "I've seen her grow and develop into one of the most dynamic players in the league."
Caitlin Clark helped achieve at Iowa for the last couple of years, those remarkable ratings, the women's tournament, outrating.
She has the ability to change the course of a game, and she's just getting started. Her work ethic, her dedication, it's inspiring to watch, and she's going to do amazing things for this franchise for years to come. The media room grew quiet as White spoke about her journey through the league, her eyes reflecting the depth of her experience. "I've been part of this league for 25 years, first as a player and now as a coach," White continued, her voice filled with both gratitude and reflection. "It's been an incredible journey, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to continue doing what I love. Every step has led me to this moment, and I'm just so grateful for the chance to return to the Fever. This is my home, and I'm here to make sure we bring the championship back to Indiana." As White finished her remarks, the room was filled with applause. The energy in the air was palpable, a shared sense of excitement for what was to come. Fans in the room, many of whom had followed White's career since her playing days, felt a deep sense of connection to her words. The press event underscored just how important this moment was, not just for White, but for the entire Fever organization. The return of Stephanie White to the team marked the start of a new era, one filled with hope, promise, and the drive to compete at the highest level. For Caitlin Clark, hearing White speak so passionately about the team and her role in it was a powerful reminder of how far they had come together. The rookie knew that her future in the league was in capable hands, and she was determined to help White and the Fever reach new heights. With White's mentorship and her own emerging leadership, Clark was ready to give everything she had to the team, not just for herself, but for the city of Indianapolis and the Fever's loyal fan base. As the press event concluded and White walked off the stage, it was clear that the energy in the room was contagious. Stephanie White's return to the Indiana Fever was more than just a new coaching position. It was a homecoming, a chance to revive the spirit of one of the WNBA's most storied franchises, to inspire a new generation of players like Caitlin Clark, and to bring the national trophy back to Indiana.
Clark takes the league by storm in her rookie year.
The journey ahead was sure to be filled with challenges, but with White leading the way, the Fever were ready for anything. The road to success had just begun, and fans were eager to see where it would take them. Caitlin Clark's arrival alongside Stephanie White to announce their shared vision for the future of the Indiana Fever added a layer of authenticity and excitement that resonated deeply with fans. As the two of them stood side by side at the press conference, the energy in the room was electric. This collaboration, fueled by their mutual respect and determination, signaled the beginning of something special for both the Fever and women's basketball as a whole. Caitlin's journey to this moment had been nothing short of remarkable. From her college days in Iowa, where she became a household name with her incredible scoring ability, to now stepping into the spotlight as a rookie in the WNBA, Clark had proven time and again that she was a force to be reckoned with. Her path hadn't been easy, and it was filled with challenges, but her perseverance had made her a symbol of hope and inspiration for young athletes everywhere. "I've had to fight for everything I have, from my college days to now," Clark said, reflecting on her tough journey.
"You had an amazing game. You're a great player, but you gotta put some respect on LSU."
Beautiful basketball, reflecting how Cheryl played. This initiative, which has been in development for a while, aims to equip college athletes with the resources, guidance, and training necessary for success at the professional level. The program will provide year-round assistance, including specialized training camps, mental health resources, and career development workshops, all designed to prepare players for the demands of professional basketball. Growing up, Caitlin admired the Lynx as they were the closest WNBA team to her home. The team featured outstanding players like Brunson, Lindsay Whalen, Sylvia Fowles, and Simone Augustus, who played the game with skill and grace. These players were not only talented, but also good people, making them great role models for young girls. Caitlin is thrilled to play in the same arena where she once played in college, as it feels like a full-circle moment for her. By supporting this initiative, Caitlin positions herself as more than just a player. She is emerging as a leader in the sport. The response to this announcement has been very positive, with many in the basketball community applauding Cheryl and Caitlin for their innovative approach. Coaches, players, and analysts recognize that this initiative addresses a long-standing issue in women's basketball: the difficulties many talented players face when transitioning from college to the pros. This program offers a vital solution that emphasizes all-around development, including physical, mental, and career aspects, reflecting a modern view of what it takes to excel at the highest level. Recently, Cheryl Reeve made headlines by shoving Caitlin Clark, causing a stir in the WNBA. This surprising incident has sparked significant discussions, leaving fans and analysts wondering what led to this shocking moment and how it might affect the league in the future. Let's take a closer look at what happened and why it matters so much. As coaches anticipated, this situation highlights the need for overcoming challenges. I believe that to reach your highest potential, you must face challenges. A game like this, in such an intense environment, will be a valuable experience for us as we aim for the gold medal in Paris. Cheryl Reeve is no stranger to tough moments and competition. As one of the most successful and respected coaches in the WNBA, her fierce attitude and strong determination have shaped her reputation. However, in a surprising turn of events, Reeve became the center of attention after an unexpected incident. She shoved Caitlin Clark, one of the brightest young stars in women's basketball. This event has sent shockwaves throughout the WNBA and beyond. To understand how serious this situation is, we need to look at what happened before this moment. Caitlin Clark, known for her amazing shooting skills and competitive spirit, has been making headlines since her college days. She quickly won fans not just for her talent, but also for her confidence and bravery on the court.
She's such a powerhouse in the talent that she brings, the energy, and all of the range that she has.
Her transition to the WNBA was highly anticipated, and she has already shown signs of being a game-changing player. Clark's arrival in the WNBA brought both admiration and intense scrutiny. Being a young star in a league full of experienced players is a tough challenge, and Clark has had to prove herself every step of the way. Her matchups against veteran players and coaches have been particularly significant as she faces constant pressure to meet the high expectations placed on her. This kind of attention can be both a gift and a burden. While it offers chances to shine, it also puts every mistake under close examination. On the other hand, Cheryl Reeve has built her legacy on discipline, strategy, and a strong approach to the game. Under her leadership, the Minnesota Lynx became a powerful team, winning multiple championships and creating a culture of excellence. Reeve's teams are known for their tough physical play and ability to perform under pressure. She demands the best from her players and isn't afraid to push them hard. However, her intensity sometimes leads to tension, both with opponents and within her team. The game in question was highly awaited, a showdown between the Minnesota Lynx and Caitlin Clark's team, with all the ingredients for an exciting WNBA battle. Clark's presence alone attracted a lot of attention, as fans and analysts were eager to see how she would compete against Reeve's strong Lynx. The stage was set for a fiercely competitive game, with both teams looking to make a strong statement. As the game went on, it became clear that this was more than just a regular season matchup. The intensity on the court was high, with both sides playing with an edge that suggested deeper motivations beyond just wanting to win. Mark was, as always, at the center of the action, showing off her scoring skills and refusing to back down from the Lynx's physical style of play. It can be tough if you let it affect you. I think it's true that timing matters, but what's important is how we work together to build chemistry. We talk about that every time we meet and what we believe is necessary, but we won't let that be a reason for our failure. Reeve, always the strategist, stood on the sidelines, urging her players to keep up the pressure and stay focused. The incident happened during a heated moment in the game. Clark, after a strong drive to the basket, collided with one of the Lynx players.
Mabry doubled off to Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
Leading to a brief scuffle as both teams came together near the sideline. In the chaos, Reeve, who was right there, made a surprising move. She shoved Clark. The shove wasn't very forceful, but it was enough to make Clark stumble back, immediately catching everyone's attention in the arena. As someone who has been in the league since 2001, I find it exciting to see how far we've come, especially with owners like Matt, who is committed to pushing our league forward in deserving ways. What I've seen from him, from the hiring process to free agency, shows that he cares about the WNBA. Phoenix is a great city that loves the league. The reaction to the shove was immediate. Players, coaches, and officials quickly stepped in to separate the two sides and restore calm. But the moment had already made an impact. Seeing a coach physically engage with a player, especially a rising star like Clark, is rare in professional sports. The arena buzzed with shock and confusion, and social media quickly exploded with reactions from fans, analysts, and former players. As the dust settled and the game continued, the incident became the main focus for everyone watching. Questions arose about what had caused Reeve to act that way. Was it frustration, a strategic move to get inside Clark's head, or just a moment of poor judgment? Theories and speculation spread, with everyone sharing their thoughts on what had happened. Caitlin Clark handled the situation with the calmness that defines her young career. She didn't retaliate or make things worse. Instead, she focused on playing the game. After the shove, she continued to give her all. Her ability to stay composed in such a surprising moment earned her praise from fans and commentators alike, who admired her resilience. It seems like Cheryl Reeve and the Team USA Selection Committee are in some hot water. We need to head down to Phoenix to understand the situation better. The WNBA All-Star Game was a fun event, and the fans really enjoyed it. However, many people are now questioning the team that was picked to represent the USA in Paris. It's being reported that the committee is under a lot of pressure because of the poor performance. Even though the All-Star weekend was exciting, the loss has led to a lot of controversy. Cheryl Reeve and the committee have been making excuses, saying there's still a lot of work to do. They claim that the players need more time to develop chemistry, but fans aren't buying it. The loss has also brought up questions about why some of the best WNBA players, like Kelsey Clark, weren't chosen for the team. Some players who performed well during the game are being left out of the final Olympic roster, and this is making people angry. Many believe that the selection committee dropped the ball, and if Team USA doesn't win gold in Paris, fans will not be happy. People are already frustrated that such talented players were left off the team. Cheryl Reeve, along with other key members of the committee, is staying silent, and that silence is only adding to the drama. Fans are now wondering if this is the best team to represent the country. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to impress everyone with her skills and poise. She didn't let the loss get to her and remained focused on her game. Even though the WNBA commissioner spoke about the growing popularity of the league, she didn't give Clark the recognition she deserved. Despite all the controversy surrounding the selection process, Clark's performance and attitude have been a bright spot, and many believe she will continue to be a rising star in women's basketball. Being in Phoenix is cool, especially knowing we're part of the next generation to keep pushing things forward. Their practice facility is amazing, and having the court named after Diana Taurasi.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. I hope it's not the last time. Diana Taurasi has won multiple championships at every level, 3 NCAA titles with Connecticut.
DT is so well deserved. The owner, Matt HB, has done an incredible job not only organizing this weekend, but also being very involved in the team. He makes sure they have all the resources to succeed, which is important and well-deserved. It's awesome for us to share this experience as young players, and with so many young stars in the game, it's only going to keep growing. The owner spoke to us after practice today, and he mentioned how he wants this to be the beginning of pushing the game forward and making sure we get everything we deserve. It's an exciting time. It's not surprising that we're moving in this direction, but it's still really important that we know our worth during these negotiations. Caitlin Clark, Rookie of the Year, and Cheryl Reeve recently partnered on a big TV deal that's set to change the WNBA at the perfect time. This new TV deal is going to be much bigger than the old one, and they've been committed to supporting women's sports for years, unlike other media outlets. While social media has gotten better at covering these events, there's still room for improvement. The coverage has gotten better, especially in our market, but it's not where it should be considering the big events we've hosted, like the WNBA Championships and the All-Star Game. Caitlin's journey with USA Basketball launched her career. Her first experience with USA Basketball was a key moment in her career, where she learned a lot and figured things out. After starting in the WNBA, she went on to win the Finals MVP. Her work ethic and passion for the game are incredible, and she just keeps getting better. Players need to realize that sometimes things might not happen right away, but being patient and adding to your game can pay off in the long run. We were just talking about how it's okay if it's not your time right now. Sometimes there are players ahead of you, or you need to work on certain skills. Patience is key. During the negotiations, it was really important that we recognized our value and stood firm. This rookie class, led by Caitlin, is driving the media and the business side of things. Cheryl Reeve is making sure she's fully aware of the WNBA's plans, and it's exciting to see where things are headed. Outro. And that's the latest from Cheryl Reeve and Caitlin Clark. This announcement could change the game in ways we've never imagined. Be sure to stay tuned as more details unfold. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.